Can a business write off athletic sponsorships for taxes? So I know a fair amount about this because I'm very involved in it. I've had student athletes and kid athletes and sponsored sports teams, but there are some really big distinctions in here that we want to talk about. So get a pen and paper and stay all the way to the end of this video. So the three things I want to talk about is how does a business write off athletic sponsorships? What are the distinctions and legal terms of that? Number two, again, maximizing those business deductions just as a company in general. Number three, again, if you don't know NIL, we're going to make not only clear what NIL is, but there is some interesting and very controversial conversations about it. I'm not going to say laws about it, but conversations about it. And a lot of it's because there's not enough really smart tax strategists at the table having conversations, which is why you should invite me to the NIL tables to negotiate this. In fact, I'm giving a keynote and I'm on a panel in January about NIL and exactly some of these topics. So it's exciting and it's new and kids are about it. Like actually, I'm going to be doing a Twitter video in just a moment of a third grader getting ready to get NIL money for basketball already. Can you imagine third grade? So it's an interesting way that parents are trying to monetize their kids, but we'll leave that there for now. Back to the topic at hand. Number one, can a business write off athletic sponsorships, right? That's the topic that we're talking about for a tax. So if you sponsor a school, like I have sponsored schools, sports teams, all of those, because they are all a nonprofit, those are 100% deductible to the companies. And what I love the most about sponsoring, if you've never done it, I love sports teams in local or larger communities, because guess what? Anywhere between 12, 20, 100 kids got your name or your logo running around. When the kid outgrows a shirt, guess what? They typically don't throw it away. It's going to go to a thrift store and somebody else is going to be marketing you. So it's a very subtle but long-lasting way to continue to keep your brand. I remember up at Lake Tahoe, and years ago I sponsored my daughter's soccer team. I still sponsor her dance team. I sponsored Logan's football teams. And it's fascinating to see like little Langemeiers who are still running around Lake Tahoe, which are probably 10, 15 years old from the shirts. But again, a lot of people don't throw those things away. So it's kind of interesting as a business if you do any of that. You put your name or your logos on all sorts of gear. The more you do, the more exposure you get. You never know who's going to walk in on that organic traffic. So the main thing is to get a really good tax team. If you don't have one, I'm going to have you just invite you to not talk to our tax team. It comes on an integrated team, but talk to our strategists about how we can help you. I mean, this is a very specific deduction, one of 81,000 pages of code. So the bigger question is number two, are you just in general maximizing your business deductions and how do you do it? I mean, literally it's how you code your accounting. So when I write, a whatever, $100, $500, a couple $1,000, sponsorship to a team, I helped rebuild an entire gym of South Lake Tahoe. I wrote that off. It's all in the coding of the accounting through the company. Now, can you do it as a sole proprietor? It's much harder. It's not on your Schedule C. So again, I am not a fan of ever staying a sole proprietor. In fact, I am so aggressive about living corporate life. When your kid's 18, you're 18, you get incorporated. You get an L, you start living your life as a company and figure out what you're going to do to make money. You do have to have a legal intent to make money, to have a company, and then you could activate this amazing tax code. And athletic sponsorships are just one of them. Now, specifically, I want to, before I move into NIL, I want to speak a little bit about it here, is NIL right now, the perspective is because it's not a nonprofit or a team, right, or some sort of an organization, it's a person that is not deductible or they have to be a nonprofit. That's a very controversial thing. But NIL money is maybe here to stay, maybe not. It's all over in litigation across the states. The NCAA has not made a big ruling or stand about it. They've allowed it with not a lot of direction is what I hear from a lot of coaches. So it's frustrating for the schools, frustrating for the coaches. And honestly, I have parents through another company I own, financialfitnesstrainer.com. You can go check that out. You just check out what I'm doing for coaches and student athletes and NFL athletes. And if you're a different kind of athlete, I don't care that you're in the same category of how you should be structured. But you're 18 years old and you want NIL money, you get an LLC. And if you got to negotiate that with parents, you get me on a phone call with them and we'll have a little educational session. So I actually created a 1-hour version of an 8-hour event. We cut down to just what's it like to live corporate life and kind of the highlights. So we're going to give you the link. It's TMI 60, which which is just 60 minutes of me putting together how you can structure, and share this video with so many people, because there's so much misinformation about how these kids are being paid. The parent watches the kids get paid. The kids doesn't understand it. They don't even understand why they need incorporated. They're not saving any of their money, which means by next April 15th or however they're going to screw up their structure, they're going to have a heck of a tax bill. And those families aren't ready for it. So NIL is great. And I see a flood of damage happening in families, kids going bankrupt early, kids literally having tax liens with the IRS because they are going to owe too many taxes. So before I go and continue with this little rant, and it's not a rant, I'm passionate about this, and I'm right. What a lot of information out there is wrong, and what I teach isn't even being talked about. It's shocking to me. So I want you to subscribe to the channel. Click the notification button. If you're here for my integrated wealth business, that's great. Financial fitness is just another brand to attract athletes and coaches. But similarly, we're going to do the same thing to you. It's just a different conversation because of the way you make money. But I want you here. I want you to subscribe to the channel. Share this channel with other people. If you're having controversial conversations, get more people here so you can at least have some common philosophy and understanding of the real way to not only live wealthy, live as a millionaire, but also protect all your wealth as you build it. So back to some of the NIL. It's really interesting. So it's name, image, and likeness if you don't know what that is. And it is so misunderstood. Last year, I came from Nebraska. I grew up in Nebraska. So and my family's big Husker fans, all red. And Georgia Southern, which is where my son was playing football as a starting center, came to Nebraska to play. So I got T-shirts, 42 T-shirts that said Langemeier number 66 on the back, Georgia Southern on the front. And I had a local amazing shop, William, who I love. I called him and I said, can you make me Georgia Southern shirts with my son? We're going to all wear them to the Nebraska game. And he said, I got to be able to get your son's permission because we're using name, image, and likeness. I said, it's my name too. He said, no, it's too vague. The NCAA has not given real rules for merchant providers, for retail stores, to the businesses, to the athlete's family. But I'm going to tell you, I cut it differently. Again, 18 years old, you're a legal adult. Get a company. We can help you do that. You can click on the link below, have a strategy session with our team, and talk to our team about how we can help you. Now, getting incorporated allows you to make money, activate 81,000 pages of tax code, and then pay tax later, which means now we're going to push extensions to when companies pay tax, which is in September, and you pay tax in October. I want to speak specifically to NIL families who are taking money right now into their personal bank account. You are in so much trouble. I mean, I know, and I'm talking to parents right now. Their kids are making $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month. Let's just use easy math for $20,000 a month. That's $240,000 a year. That's more than most employees in the United States make, or in the world make. Now, you don't have corporate structure. You have a $240,000 tax bill, right? Because it comes to you as self-employment income right now. Not if you're a company. If you're a company and it comes to your company, which means you are the owner. I am a huge brand of the Millionaire Maker with the Integrated Wealth Systems. So the money's not coming to Loral Langemeier. The money's coming to Integrated Wealth. Similarly, we will reset you into those structures. So again, talk to my team. Go to askloral.com, ask any question, make a request. Let me help you fix this. So there's a lot of content in this video, and there's a huge range. But can athletic sponsorships be deducted? Yes. How you do them is up to your tax team. Would you let mine be your team so you stop messing it up? I'll talk to you tomorrow.